Hi, collective. Welcome back to Lee's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and if you found this message, then this message was meant for you. Okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're going to start off differently this time. Okay? Spirit is telling you, for some of you, this is a divine counterpart connection. It is a twin flame connection. Okay? We've got leap of faith. Spirit is telling you it's safe to make the move you're considering. And then warning, don't dismiss the red flags here. So we're going to go more in depth into that once we go through this reading. Okay. All right. So here we go. The person that you're dealing with is a player. Okay. The issue with them, the problem with them in this situation is that they're a player. They're happy with being a player. Okay. Before you came along, this was their identity and they were comfortable with it. Okay. But the issue at hand is when you step into their life, they have these butterfly feelings when they're with you. Okay. And so it's making them second guess. Oh my gosh, second guess the idea of being a player and not wanting to do that anymore. Okay. The reason why this is happening, okay, is because this person needs to go through spiritual healing. In the recent past, this is what's passing out of their life. They have a scorned ex-lover, somebody with whom I feel like they were with when they were trying to get with you or trying to be with you or while they were with you. Or this could have been someone that when the two of you split apart, when you triggered each other and the person ran, they ran off to this person. Okay. And now this person has, become scorned because I feel like for a lot of your people, they go back and forth with this person. And I feel like at times they kick them to the curb in favor of you. Okay. When it comes to the best outcome to this situation or, basically what they think about, it's being in a relationship with you. But look at the horns on both of the people. This would be a karmic relationship because neither one of you are able to sustain the relationship at this point. Okay. And what they don't understand too, and what you don't understand, I don't think, is that this would be the state of the relationship. If the two of you played this out again, or you continued on in this same vein, if you're still playing this out with this person, this would be the outcome in the near future. This person would be very controlling. They would want to go out and be with whoever the hell they want to be with, and they'd expect you to sit there and wait until they were ready to deal with you. But you wouldn't be allowed to do anything with anybody else or to go anywhere else with anybody else to basically have your own life or do whatever it is you wanted to do. This person would be trying to control your every thought and every move. Okay. So when it comes to this person, their power in this situation is learning how to, with the help of this spiritual healing, okay, how to do away with the temptations. Okay. And right now, because of the things that they're the things that they're going through in their environment, they have really severe anger issues. All right. And then one other thing you need to understand is that, they have a fear of coming towards you because they realize, I feel like even especially on a subconscious level, that this is a toxic relationship between the both of you, and that they're gonna, they're afraid of getting hurt. They're not even worrying about you getting hurt. They're worried about themselves and their feelings. Okay. And then the final outcome, this is the potential future. If this person followed the advice that was given, the stars would align and this person would step out of the egoic and the prideful energy and be able to come towards you and have the proper relationship with nobody else involved but you and them. Okay. All right. So we're going to start with the overall energy. The overall energy, it talks about this person. You may have some type of perfume that this person loves, or this could just be your natural scent, like your pheromones. This person loves the way you smell. Okay. You and this person have a hard time getting along together or with each other because you have a lot of personality clashes. Okay. I feel like you are looking for someone who is willing to go through hell with you, but this person is in and out. One day they may be planning romantic dates, and then the next day, they're acting like a very cold and untrustworthy person. Okay, this person could have a family life that you know nothing about, like children. They may have children with someone else. It could be with this ex-scorn lover, but that lover is wounded, and I feel like your person is wounded as well, which is why they're sitting in this player energy. Okay, they have a lot of bottled up emotions. This talks about them holding on to past karma and past grudges, and love for them is a very painful thing. Okay, but what you're wanting is a fairy tale love, is what Spirit is telling me. But for a lot of you, the love is fading. It's fading away because this person is mistreating you. Look, it's an abusive, drunken love, and you feel abandoned and not committed to. Okay? But Spirit is telling you happiness is around the corner. Okay. Let's start by clarifying the Loves Your Scent card. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, this is just talking about you want someone who basically is on this level, but is willing to give you this. Okay, so the Ace of Pentacles talks about a grounded, stable, secure relationship, which is what you want, and you want someone that is so enamored with you that they love everything about you. I feel like that's what this card is saying. Okay. Player. Okay. When it comes to the player card, we have the Hierophant. So this is Taurus energy, and I feel like you're wanting this situation to go from a situation where this person is playing around and has got all these different people where they're stepping in and out of their lives, stepping in and out of your life, to a higher level of commitment. Okay. Butterfly feelings. Okay, yeah. See, you and this person have a past life connection. Okay. You may have played out many lifetimes together. This is soulmate energy for some of you, but for others of you, this is definitely twin flame, the way it's playing out. Okay, so you're wanting this person to honor the contract that the two of you set forth before you came down here to be in this lifetime. Okay, but right now they're sitting in this King of Swords energy. Okay, and they need to go through spiritual healing, because I feel like this King of Swords is like this. It's not upright. Okay, because upright, this is somebody that is very independent. They know how to make, they rely on their logic, but this is somebody who has worked to become the type of person you would become if you had gone through spiritual healing. Okay. Okay. There's a lot of stuck energy in this situation. It's not just you. It's not just your person. It's also whoever this scorned ex-lover is. For some of you, this could be you sitting in this energy, feeling scorned by the way that this person treated you. Okay. And I feel like your person is scorned as well, because as I told you before, this person has been wounded. Like I said, they're like emotionally broken because of things that they've experienced in their past. Okay. It could have been abandonment issues, like as a child. Could have been like, daddy or mommy issues, something like that, where this person has not healed these things, and because of that, they sit in this energy. Okay, sorry about that, I got a text. Okay, so This person is trying to manifest you back into their lives if you have left, okay? They are trying to plant seeds for the two of you to get back together in a relationship. But if you look at the card, the card, it would be only be a karmic relationship, and you see both people are wearing devil horns. So that speaks to me of card number 15, the devil, which is talking about, obsession and, addiction and, just a lot of unhealthy behavior. So this would be a very unhealthy and very toxic relationship. Okay, and as I told you before, you're wanting something stable and committed and, worthwhile long term. But with this person, I have to do the card like this, even though because Spirit is giving them to me upright, because I normally don't do reversals. But in this reading, I'm doing reversals. And I feel like this is what Spirit is saying, is that this person, even if they sat in King energy, the King of Pentacles energy, it will be reversed, because they would come at you controlling, trying to, dictate your every move, not wanting you to live a life outside of them. This person wants to be responsible for your happiness. Okay. And if they're not responsible for your happiness, they don't know how to deal with that. They want you to be completely and totally dependent on them. That's why this karmic relationship card is coming up like this, and these people are wearing horns, because this person doesn't want you to feel, they don't want you to feel free and feel happy. They're not trying to add to the relationship. They just want to take from you. They want you to stand there, and when they're ready to come towards you and they're ready to do, spend time with you, or, you pop into their mind, and for some reason they feel like they want to give you something. It's always for their pleasure and their, what's the word? For their pleasure and for you to fulfill their needs, basically. Okay. Okay, so this person has a battle on their hands. Okay, when it comes to the power that they have in the situation. Okay, they have these temptations, and I feel like it's the streets. The streets, street life. That street life is calling them. This is somebody who may have, I don't know, like 3, 4, 5 people that they rotate on a regular basis. Okay, it's not going to be this for everyone, but I feel like the majority of people that are watching this, their person is at least in one other karmic connection besides what goes down between the both of you. And so this person is out here. They're wanting to sleep around, wanting to be able to come and go whenever they please. And I feel like until this person rehabilitates themselves or gets themselves out of this toxic energy and goes through the spiritual healing, they're going to always feel the call of the streets and these karmic people, and go through these karmic lessons. Okay, so they have a battle on their hands with that 9 of Wands. Anger issues. All right, so when it comes to the effects of their environment, what you need to realize is that this person has to make a choice. Okay, they have a lot of anger issues because of the brokenness. All right, and then also this has to do with the people around them, because I feel like that scorned ex-lover was manipulating them, and then they may have friends and family around them who are trying to manipulate them and get them to do what it is that they want them to do, and to show up the way that they want to see them show up. So this person has a choice on whether or not they're going to listen to those people that are in their ear, or are they going to, do what it is that they want to do. Okay. And I feel like all of these things, that they're being pulled from so many different sides, that it's gotten to the point to where they're angry and they're distancing themselves from everyone. Okay. Okay. And then also the other choice that they have to deal with is whether or not they're going to try to, you know, come back towards you and to pursue a relationship, because they're thinking about it all day long, wanting to be in a relationship with you. But you know what I always tell y'all, it doesn't matter what's going on in anybody's mind. If they're not executing, if they're not taking action, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So this person is trying to decide whether or not they want to be with you because they're afraid, because they feel like they got hurt the first time, even though I feel like they're the ones that caused the hurt, you know, to happen to you. And then, like I said, they were triggered by, I guess, your response to what they did. And then with the, you know, the toxic love will sting you. They're afraid that if they come back towards you, they make the decision to do that, they're going to get hurt all over again. So like I told you, at the end of the day, this is all about them. They're not really caring about you like that. I feel like you're like a placeholder or a warm body or something like that, even though deep down inside, you know, deep down inside they love you. But you have to realize this is a broken person, an emotionally broken person. I don't mean, you know, broken as in, you know, psychologically or whatever, but there could be issues psychologically as well, because you see the way they think very narcissistically. So this is somebody that's very emotionally broken, and all they're worrying about is getting their needs met. They're not worrying about meeting anybody else's needs. This is someone who does not want to better themselves in order to be in a relationship. They were happy being the player that they were. Okay. And so, as I said, it's, you know, it's all about them. It's all about what they want and how you factor into them getting what it is that they want. Okay. Because like I told you, they just want you to just be there when they ready for you to be there, or to just be on hold or on pause, waiting for them to come in and out. Because I feel like they do that with all the other people they deal with. They may have, you know, this one on Tuesday, another one on Wednesday, another one on Thursday, and then re-rotate or something like that. I feel that's what I'm getting from from these cards. Okay. And so when it comes to the final outcome, yeah, if they follow the advice that Spirit is giving, it will cause a tower moment, and it will cause the stars to align. This is like the star card. It will cause them to get there, to have their wish come true, but it wouldn't be a karmic relationship. It would be the type of relationship that you're wanting to have, where, you know, there's butterfly feelings when the two of you are together. Okay, the Six of Cups relationship. Okay, so when it comes to the warning, Spirit is telling you, Spirit is giving you all the warnings here about how this person acts, how they're thinking about this situation, you know, what it is they're hoping to get out of this connection, because Spirit is trying to give you a shake, trying to warn you, to scare you, to let you you know, to make you understand that this person does not have your best interest at heart. Okay. And so, like I said, for a lot of you, this is a twin flame connection, because the way the story is going, the fact that this person needs spiritual healing, the fact that they're out here with a lot of other people, even though regular relationships can be like this too. I think the level of toxicity, that's one of the things that makes it a twin flame connection, because this person, like I said, it's a spiritual connection between the two of you, but this person has to go through spiritual healing in order to show up the way that they should for this to work. Okay. And then we've got the leap of faith. Spirit is saying it's safe to make the move you're considering. So I feel like a lot of you are thinking about moving away from this person after hearing this information. And that is what, you know, Spirit's recommendation is, that you move away. Okay. All right. Let me get, so it says dream state. There's communication and energetic exchanges on the soul level in the 5D. So you and this person could be communicating in dreams. They could be sending you musical messages throughout the day. I mean, like I said, because the two of you have a link, you are, you know, linked together spiritually. So they could be trying to communicate certain things to you, because like for me, sometimes I can, you know, I pick up thoughts from my person, you know. when I'm not paying attention. Because like I said, I have my wall up for this person, but sometimes when I'm not focusing on it, or I don't hold it up because I'm doing something else, or right when I wake up or something like that, some things will get through. Okay. So we've got soul escapism. It says someone is trying to cut the energetic tie and avoid their soul responsibility. So see, this person doesn't see what their soul responsibility is to go through this damn spiritual healing and level up so that the two of you have a chance. It doesn't matter, like I said, at the end of the day, you have a choice on whether or not you want to be with this person, whether they're healed or not. But they're supposed to go through the spiritual healing in order to have a chance to be with you, because you got it. Just like they had a choice in the beginning and they ran from it, you have a choice in the end. Okay. But I feel like this person is trying to, sever ties with you and move off in the other direction because they're afraid that they're going to get hurt. Okay. All right. Like I said, they're not worried about your feelings and I think that's real effed up, Okay. So let's get some messages from your person. Okay. So we've got, I'm working on it. Then we've got, I don't understand these feelings I have. And then we have, I have a hard exterior. So when it comes to this reading, like I said, this is spirit warning you about this person, that even though they may try to come back towards you and act like they've done some healing, or they've done some stuff, or they may have gotten rid of this scorned ex-lover here, this person is still in the trenches. They're still out in these streets. They're still messing around with numerous people, and you could possibly be putting your life in danger or putting your health in danger by dealing with this person. Okay, so spirit is wanting you to know that, because this is a very toxic relationship. This person is toxic. They're happy sitting in the toxic energy that they're in. Like I said, they're not wanting to level up and make things better with you. They're happy sitting in this player energy, and like I said, the feelings that they had for you caused them to like second guess the energy that they're currently in, but they still ran off. They still went off with somebody else, and they're still dealing with a lot of different people. Okay. All right. I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.